Okay, so I'm super excited. This is one of my favorite science lessons to teach. We are going to be creating an investigation together where we get to experiment the effects of gravity. And this one is going to be about gravity and the pull of that force down to Earth. And we're going to test different ramps at different heights, and we're going to see if the height of the ramp affects the distance a car will roll. And so I really want to walk you through the steps of an experiment because we haven't really done that. And so we're going to do our best to try to do this virtually with videos and just how to walk through all the steps, okay? So the first thing I want you to write at the top is that this is our gravity experiment. That will be our title. I'm doing this in my science journal. We're going to test the force of gravity. We're also hopefully going to have time we can test the force of friction also later this week. All right, so when you're doing an experiment, you always have to have a question that you're trying to discover and find out that you can test. All right, so here, this is going to be our question. How does the height of the ramp affect the distance the car rolls? Okay, the reason this is dealing with gravity is because without gravity, the car would never roll down our ramp. All right? And so the question is, how does the height of the ramp affect the distance the car rolls? Now, we're going to have, let's build a little chart. Leave a little room because you're going to make a prediction here in a minute, but you need to know how we're going to set this up first. So we're going to make a prediction in just a second. So leave maybe 4 lines. That'd probably be enough. All right, so let's draw ourselves the chart. This will kind of help you understand what we're going to be testing. So the first thing we're going to do is you need to know the height of the 3 ramps because we're going to make 3 different ramps together. All right, so let's see. All right, and let's list them. Let's have a 1-inch ramp. Let's have a 6-inch ramp. And then let's do a 12-inch ramp. Okay? 1, 6, and 12. Now, we could test these each one time, but when you only test something one time, your results are not as accurate. And we want as accurate as we can get, which means that we need to test it at least 3 times for each ramp to make sure there wasn't something weird that happened, okay, during our experiment. Because sometimes mistakes happen. Maybe I hit it with my finger when we rolled it on the ramp, or I don't know, things like that. Okay, so we need to be able to test this more than one time. So let's turn this into a little chart. We're going to call these our trial. So trial 1, that'll be the first time we test each one. We'll have trial 2 and trial 3. So I want you to tell me, for a prediction, which one, let's predict which one will make the car roll the farthest, okay? So when in a prediction, I always have my kids write an if-then statement, all right? So that to make sure your prediction sounds okay. So, if I test which ramp height will make go the farthest, comma, then the blank inch ramp will be the best. Okay, and you have to fill in the blank with your prediction. Do you think it will be the 1-inch ramp, the 6-inch ramp, or the 12-inch ramp? Which one of those ramps will be the best for making the car go the farthest? All right, so fill that in. Let's see, and that's all I can do on this video. Get this copied, and then on the next video, we'll start our testing, and we'll start testing our objects.